What is the difference between video game voice acting, narration voice acting, commercial voice acting? Because up, you've helped me understand there's quite a difference between each of them, but what exactly is that difference?
So there is definitely a difference. So for everyone, every coach, director, everyone is going to teach voice acting in different ways based on their experience in their past. A lot of the top character, coaches don't actually come from traditional theater. Like they voice acted, or they were, a child actor working, or they were a musician. Like different, everyone has different backgrounds. Not one is better than the other. So they'll use, they'll create their own methods and techniques. So for me, the difference is video game is, very clear circumstances. Where am I? Who am I talking to? How far away from me are they? What does my environment look like? What am I wearing? All this like scene building, character building stuff. And then commercial is a little, it doesn't have to be like, am I in a field next to a castle? It's more like, who am I talking to? What's my relationship with them? And usually, and I use someone I actually know. I'll use a variety of different people that I'm talking to about different things, depending on what the commercial is about. And just being authentically myself, talking to them about something I care about. So you have to make sure you care about, even if you don't care about a McDonald's breakfast sandwich, you can care about your favorite bagel shop and talk to someone about, oh my God, let's go get Bell's Bagels. I'm so excited, So connecting to the idea of a piece rather than forcing yourself to connect to McDonald's. And then narration I treat differently just in that, I mean, I don't do audiobooks, but in the narration, like version of narration would be like the corporate narration or um, like a narration for a reality show, which I've done before. So that stuff is kind of describing what I'm viewing. That's how I work on that stuff. So it's kind of like Bob and Joe are buying a new house. They're blah, 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 whatever. So I'm like literally seeing them as I'm reading the script and picturing what they're doing on camera because it's going to go along with on camera. So there's every single area of voiceover. I sort of have a different technique, but it all comes down for me to seeing what you're saying and reacting to what you're seeing, basically.
With the you're saying about Bob and Joe are buying a house, would you describe that as more visualization, but from a third person perspective? So if I was to do it, to be Karen and Lucy are going to the supermarket, but then I just see it more bird's eye view sort of thing.
That's how I find I work best with that sort of narration of just like reacting to what I'm seeing. Because for me, in the past, maybe I've said like, picture who you're talking to a friend, blah, 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 but this is just pure narration. We're talking about like HGTV narration of what I'm seeing. It might be in corporate narration or like e-learning or something like open the top of the pen, then place it on the blah, blah, blah. Like I can't just, we don't want word vomit. We don't want to just like that's AI can do word vomit. But if I'm saying like put your machine on your ear or whatever, I don't know what I'm saying. But if it's some sort of medical narration-y thing, um, you want to see what you're saying. So like that's my clear path of like how to connect to what I'm saying is just make sure I'm picturing exactly what I'm saying.